I moved in with my sister almost 4 years ago. She took me in when I had nowhere else to go, and I have been forever grateful. I live with my sister, her husband, and 4 children. Although it's a lot of us, I have always had my own room, and I paid $600 for it. Unfortunately, they're not very financially stable, so my rent money goes a long way for them. The apartments we live in weren't great, but there wasn't much to complain about. Around April of this year, she suddenly told me the apartment management had told her the contract wasn't getting renewed, and that it ended in May. That was in less than a month, so I didn't have time to find roommates or a new place. I was stressing. The next day, though, she told me she had seen a house already, more space, big backyard, and that I could get my own bathroom, plus a parking garage. My rent would be $800 now, but with all that included. Plus, since the kids would have their own room, I could use the kitchen a lot more. I said yes, and it's not like I had any other options. Fast forward to now. That was all a lie. I pay $800, which is almost my whole check, and my bathroom is everyone's bathroom. She has a bathroom in her room, but says she likes mine better, as it has a tub and a bigger sink and space. She showers all the kids plus the dog in there, and my bathroom is always dirty. The parking garage she took because they have 2 cars, and it's easier on them to use both garages. I've had it. I want to move out. Yesterday morning I woke up to the kids telling me they have a new baby sister. I was confused, until my brother-in-law came into the kitchen and told me my sister had given birth to a baby girl and showed me pictures. My sister had been pregnant this whole time and didn't tell me. She's a bit on the chunky side, so it wasn't noticeable at all. I also work all day and go to school, so I never noticed any pregnancy symptoms. I am so angry as I realize now that she tricked me into moving. She kept her pregnancy a secret because she knew I wouldn't want to move with her. 5 kids now. 5 damn kids when they aren't financially stable. I want to move out. But I know without my $800, they can't afford the place. They'd have to find a place elsewhere and pay for something they can't afford. I feel stuck. I don't want to live here anymore. I come home tired every day from work to screaming children, and my sister constantly going off on the kids. Some of my friends have said it's not that big of a deal, and I should just stay, since I'm rarely ever home, and I should stay since I know they can't afford anything without me. But I'm angry. $800 is so much money for a room. It's too much money for everything I put up with. And the fact that she hid her pregnancy and tricked me into moving here just for her own benefit is crazy. Who does that? Surprise! I've been pregnant this whole 9 months. Move out and take care of yourself. You are not responsible for your sister or her children. She should not have had 5 kids if she and her husband can't provide for them. I agree that she tricked you and takes advantage of you by constantly using your bathroom and refusing to share the garage. For your own happiness, move out. It might strain or damage your relationship with her, but are you prepared to live like this forever just to appease her? It's going to be difficult no matter what you choose. But know that your chances of living your life happily are probably higher if you put yourself first. Sister-in-law and I have never had much of a relationship, just a cordial relationship. My wife, 25 female, and sister-in-law aren't particularly close either. Late last year, sister-in-law briefly moved in with us after she broke up with her boyfriend, and until she could find her own place. She stayed with us for about 3 to 4 months and then moved out. Last month, out of nowhere, sister-in-law called my wife and claimed that back when she was living with us, she had an affair with me and that she feels really guilty and couldn't take it anymore and wanted to confess to my wife. She told her that I was the one who pursued her, and she gave in because she was vulnerable after her breakup. It's so bizarre, because none of this ever ducking happened. My wife was very shocked, but we talked it over, and nothing sister-in-law said made sense when we went over the timeline, etc. And I insisted on showing my wife my phone. And, well, I didn't really know what else to do to show that I didn't have an affair. Luckily, my wife believes me, and has told me that sister-in-law had a problem with lying for attention when she was younger too, but she thought sister-in-law grew out of it. Apparently, that's why they are not close, because she used to make up elaborate stories at school and often lied about my wife. In-laws believe sister-in-law and are now insisting that my wife leave me, accusing me of being abusive and keeping her under my thumb, which is ridiculous. They constantly call and message my wife despite her telling her parents that she doesn't believe sister-in-law's claims. They think my wife is a battered woman. I don't know what sister-in-law told them, but they said sister-in-law told them she saw questionable behavior from me towards my wife while she was living with us. My in-laws also called my parents and told them all this, and my wife and I had to call them and explain everything. The whole thing is taking a toll on me and my wife. I'm angry and nervous all the time. I dread to think what else she might accuse me of, and my wife keeps apologizing to me, and I know she feels really bad about all this. I know she feels very betrayed and stifled by her family. I just don't know what to do. It just feels surreal. Have a lawyer send sister-in-law a cease and desist letter. It should basically say that if she does not stop telling lies about you, you will sue her for defamation. Before you go any further with the cease and desist, you have to plan how a compulsive liar would react to this situation. Don't just think once your lawyer sends the magic paper, this will all stop. Compulsive liars lie to gain control over a situation, and will keep lying to gain control. Don't give her the time. Don't let your in-laws know. Only tell people who need to know for legal reasons what you plan to do. Gather any evidence you can that she has a past with being a compulsive liar. She cannot keep weaving a tale knowing that you are coming for her legally. The only time she should know that her lies are legally liable is when she is holding the paper. So, a year ago I started working in this company, and one of my coworkers in my department is this 45-year-old man. He was a nice man. He was willing to teach me, and many others, when we have our doubts. When I said nice, it was fatherly nice, not like flirty nice. So I always asked him when I had doubts with my work, and others as well, and we were all mainly new during that time. That was it. Then, all of a sudden, he had to quit. We did not really know why, but apparently, according to one of our coworkers, he was having an affair and his wife made him quit. But that was it, and we never heard of him again. I quit my job a few months after that because I got a new job. So normally, before going to work, I'd stop at this one coffee shop to get my breakfast and coffee, and probably stayed there for like 30 minutes, and then I'll leave for work. This one time, I saw the man again. He recognized me and asked me basic questions, like, "How have you been? How's things at work?" All normal stuff. He asked if he can sit with me, and I said sure. So we were pretty much just talking about work. I grew up without a father, so for once it was nice to sort of have fatherly advice from him from time to time, as well when it comes to work. We did this from time to time whenever we met at the shop. It was never planned, but if he was there and I was there, we would sit down and talk about work, especially because he has been there in the same industry as me for so long. His advice is meaningful. He would give me advice about life and things like that, but that's about it. So this went on for about a month or so. Then, last week, he told me that his wife found out that he has been talking to me, and his wife does not like it. I did not really understand this. I did not know it was supposed to be a secret thing, nor did we do anything bad. But I did tell him, if she's not comfortable, then we can stop. We did that day. Then, the next day when I was leaving the shop, the wife came and attacked me. Yes, she slapped me. She yelled at me in front of everyone too, and she told me that I am ruining her marriage. She insulted me for being friends with a man twice my age, told me that I was pathetic, that my life is crap, that if next time I try to kill myself, she wishes so hard that it would be a success. A lot more things, all very awful. I told her my relationship with her husband is nothing that she thinks of, that we probably only talked like 20 to 30 minutes per day, and it was never about anything that led to him cheating. She did not care and continued punching me on my shoulder and told me that I am pathetic and she knows her husband inside and out, and she hopes that I got my karma. After that, she left. But the next day, she came again and attacked me again. I told her again that I have no funny business with her husband, and all we did was talk about work. She said she doesn't care because she thinks it is pathetic that I seek attention from a man twice my age. I did not seek attention. She said that I am desperate for being friends with her husband, and she kept on saying that she hopes my life gets so pathetic that I will go kill myself like a loser. Clearly, at this point, I was very angry myself and told her that I have nothing to do with her marriage, and she's the pathetic one, hitting me in public, accusing me of something like this. So, ever since, I've been working from home. I am scared to crap that I am going to get attacked by this woman again. I don't know what to do at all. Call the police, charge her with assault, harassment, and could probably get away with stalking. It might not stick, but you should be able to get a restraining order. If you do see her again, make sure you record it on your phone. Edit. For those of you who are wondering why I haven't talked to the police yet, this is the first time that I have experienced this in my life. I was confused. I was scared. I did not leave my house after that. On top of that, I have never dealt with the police and very unsure and scared. But thank you. I will be dealing with the police as according to your advices. I appreciate it. Edit 2. Hello everyone. I have gotten an email from the wife and husband regarding this issue. They weren't the greatest, which further pushed me to officially report it to the police. My biological mother, Emma, 39 female, abandoned my twin sister, Anna, 19 female, and I, 19 female, at birth, and left our father to raise us. Didn't pay a dime in child support. She left my dad unprepared. She told him she had an abortion. He was a new college grad and had to change his whole life for us. He was 21 when we were born. He worked his butt off while juggling taking care of us. My grandparents, aunt and uncle, helped but moved away when we were 13 after Grandpa died. By that time, we were stable. My dad had a nice job and managed to buy a 4-bedroom condo, and we got to go to a private school on scholarship. Emma ran away, and when we were 9 years old, she married her husband Tom, 41 male. Now, Tom was rich. Like owned and founded a billion-dollar company rich. She didn't have any kids with him, but raised his daughter Allison, 14 female, like her own. I knew Emma was my mom, but I thought she didn't give a crap about me or Anna. Never met her in my life. I would stalk them, and they seemed like such a happy family. Allison went to my school, and I would be crazy jealous about the fact they flew on jets, live in a mansion, and more. Emma cared a lot about charity, too. Dad died when we were 18 years old, and after looking through emails, we found out that Emma reached out when we were 16 years old, and Dad didn't tell us. After looking deeper, we found out she had contacted us when we were 5 years old. She offered child support to the tune of $2,500 and a repayment plan for the rest of the child support, and asked to slowly have visitation and maybe split custody. She asked several times, and he always refused. So we were in college right now, and Emma contacted us. She wants to meet up and explain things. She said that she can give us medical info. She said in her message that it's okay if we don't want to see her after this, but just to please give her a moment to explain her side. Should we meet her? Anna says that there is no reason not to, and that she ducked up, but she tried everything to fix it, and she easily could have gotten lawyers and took him away from Dad. But she didn't, and she cared about our well-being. She said we were not entitled to a relationship with her, but since we have no family here, why wouldn't we? I feel another reason Anna wants to meet Emma is because since our paternal family moved away, she lost all of her female role models, and she thinks Emma could be one. I plan to meet her, but I'm going in without expectations, while Anna is really excited, and I'm really scared she's going to be hurt. I also feel that Emma is just going to throw money at us, make up for lost time, and nothing is going to be real. So any advice will be appreciated. It will be difficult to see your sister be more open to this. Remember, you are very different people and will process this in your own way. Set healthy boundaries, reinforce them. And please know that any money she offers can be well spent on school, therapy, or anything that makes you stronger. It's okay to take her money, as it might be the only thing she ever gives you. Think of it as the child support she never paid your dad. Hi everyone, I'm 25 female. I just bought my own house in a cute little neighborhood. I'm single, but I have 2 cats that keep my social life pretty fulfilling. I am friendly with my neighbor, 35-36 male. We chat, mostly because I spend a lot of time outside gardening, and he does a lot of work in his backyard. So when he comes out, he says hi and we usually chit-chat for a few minutes. But that's literally it. I'm way more friendly with the neighbor on my other side, an elderly woman, and I'm not sleeping with her either. But his wife, I don't know her exact age, late 20s maybe, is so sure we're sleeping together. Whenever we talk, she's peeping out the kitchen window. One time after their dog got into my backyard, he came over to get her, and the wife pulled into their driveway and got out and started yelling, "What's going on? What's going on? Why are you over there?" And her husband was like, "Whoa, relax. I was just getting the dog." I've tried to reach out, be friendly with her, but she's always just really short and dismissive. It got really bad over the weekend. I was outside reading a book, and she literally came over and told me that I better stay away from her husband. And if she found out I was spending any more time with him, then we were going to have a problem. Do I tell her husband about this and hope he talks to her about it and fixes it? Stop going in my backyard? Sell my house altogether and start fresh? I don't know how to deal with this. Sounds like either she's crazy or they've had problems with infidelity before, neither of which have anything to do with you. Next time he's outside and wants to chat, just say, "Hey, your wife has a problem with us talking, and I don't need that level of crazy in my life. So I'm just going to keep to myself from now on." If she says anything again, let her know that you're not spending time with him, not trying to, and to keep her crazy to herself and her husband. This is ridiculous. No need to move. Just shut that psycho down.